Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens is a thing, and I'm not happy about it. So, earlier, I think yesterday, my friend or my cousin called me, and we were talking, we were talking about anime shows, and we ended up going on topic of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I didn't know Vrains actually ended. Now, I haven't seen Vrains, and I haven't even seen all of Arc 5. And I've seen none of Zexal, because that's complete dog crap. But I was thinking, Vrains looks cool, I'll give it a try. Arc 5, I liked it. I liked how it tied everything together, so I might watch it in the future, but I'm just going to take a break from it now. So I primarily just watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And sometimes I'd watch GX or 5Ds. But then my friend told me, Nick, Vrains ended. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s now. I'm like, what? Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s? And we were both talking about it. He ended up looking something up and telling me some stuff about it. And then, literally, not even half an hour ago, I thought, I should look up Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s on YouTube. I look it up, and literally a few days ago, somebody just posted the English subbed version of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s Episode 1. I forgot the YouTuber name. I don't know. But you just look up Yu-Gi-Oh! 7s, and you'll see it. Guys, I hate it. I honestly hate it. The one redeeming quality of this is that they're not making a new summoning, okay? There's already a buttload of new summonings, and I'm glad that they're not doing that. They're just doing a new dueling, right? But the protagonist is a jerk. And here's why. One, in the beginning of the show, when we see what kind of person he is, when we see if he's a good guy or a bad guy who turns good, or just a guy who needs to find his way, or just anything, we see him hacking into the dueling thing and trying to change the rules, or putting a new summoning. That is cheating. So immediately we are introduced that our protagonist is a cheater. And now it's showed throughout the first episode that it's very restricting to duel. There's so many rules, and in one part of the episode, these two people were trading in person, and this robot thing came along and said, you can't do that unless under the guidance of the Goba Corp, or whatever it's called. It's so unforgettable, I don't know. Maybe because I watched it one time. But anyway, so yeah, it's really strict, that's the word. It's very strict, and it's just, I understand. If something's really strict, and it's overly strict, I hate that too. I would definitely want to change it. But literally hacking into the system and implementing a new type of summoning, or not summoning, but dueling, that is not only cheating, but what happens next is even worse. But I'll leave that for a little bit later in the video. I'm going to try to make this a short video, don't worry. But, so, he ends up, basically he meets this one guy who basically has a devil in his soul, or whatever he said. No, he's not the alter ego. No, he's not some guy from the past. No, he's not a dual monster spirit. He's just a regular high school student who apparently has a devil in their soul, and he can touch machines and make them turn off or reset twice a day. That he meets that kid, and he ended up bringing him to this one guy who looks like Kaiba Man, who basically has Kaiba's deck except revamped or something with a Blue Eyes White Dragon, and yeah, he ends up saying, oh yeah, his whole shtick is that he's making his own road. And as cool as that sounds, he's making his own road to victory to become the king of duels. He's doing it by cheating. He's literally cheating to achieve his goals. And I don't get it. And everything else just doesn't really match up. So moving on, the guy, he calls himself Rook, takes Yuga, that's the guy's name, the protagonist, to this one guy who, like I said, the Kaiba Man looking guy, and he ends up programming the duel disk to the duel while programming at the same time, a rush duel. Now, rush dueling looks like speed dueling, but it's not. This is rush dueling. Basically, your duel disk turns into a 7-looking thing. You only have 3 monster zones and 3 spell and trap card zones. You can summon as many monsters as you want, as long as they're between level 1 and 4. Just boom, 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 at full field. And then you can tribute also on the same turn you summon those monsters. And I don't get. It's so stupid. And here's another thing. When you have 0 cards in your hand, when you go to draw, you can draw until you have 5 cards in your hand. So the other day, me and my friend were talking about why they're making this so childish. Like, the character's literally in 7th grade. 7th grade, and he looks like he's from Pokemon Sun and Moon. That's right. It looks like his shins are an inch thick, and he's about 3 feet high. That's about it. So we were talking, and I ended up coming up with this theory that basically Pokemon is just becoming is the biggest card game kind of person ever, and Yu-Gi-Oh is getting up there, but it's not there yet. But the one market they're missing is the children. So they thought, we're going to make it easier by adding in Rush Dueling, making the rules more lenient with their newer rules, making you be able to Synchro Summon, XC Summon, and Fusion Summon in the extra monster zone, and nerfing Pendulum and Link a little bit for the more experienced players. And then they're just making this really, like, colorful explosion and poppy and stuff. This newest 7 that they're doing. They're trying to bring in the kids so that they make more money and they get bigger than Pokemon. Is my theory. But continuing anyway. Basically, they end up doing a Rush Duel, right? And this Kaiba man's utterly destroying him because it's based off Kaiba. Of course he is. And he ends up bringing out Blue-Eyes White Dragon, and for some reason they're like, Blue-Eyes White Dragon is one of the strongest dragon-type monsters ever known. Boy, he only has a 3,000 attack points, 2,500 defense points, and no effect. I can think of multiple cards better than that. Now, some of these cards may not be able to beat it in base attack, but it will be able to do it with an effect, or stay alive long enough to get an effect. But I digress. The guy in Yuga obviously wins, because that's how all these go. Which, I don't think we've had a Yu-Gi-Oh! One where the protagonist lost. That's what we need. We need a more relatable guy, because you don't always win. When I first started playing, I sucked. I was bad. So we need someone more relatable, you know? But that's not, like I said, I digress. But, it's stupid. Basically, like I said, it turns into a 7 because it's the 7th, anyway, it's called 7s because it's the 7th, installment in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. It's becoming Pokemon, guys. It's disgusting. And the duel just starts to look like a 7. And after they win, he beat. Oh yeah! First, before I get to after the thing, he again breaks the chain. Brains. I don't know if his main was Decode Talker with 2,300. I hear it was a different one, a dragon with 2,500 that you barely ever see. But this guy, he's a 7-star with 2,100 attack points. That's not only breaking the cycle, but it doesn't make sense. And here's the thing. He's called, like, Road something Magician or something. And I'm pretty sure he's a spellcaster. And he looks completely stupid, by the way. Excuse me. Like, really stupid. Like, he looks like a Toon Monster. He looks like the Toon Monster of a serious-looking card. That's what annoys me. But here's the thing. He has the most overpowered effect that I've ever... that's not true. I have cards better than that. But he has a very overpowered effect. He gains 300 attack points for every monster with a different attribute in your graveyard. That means you can have, like, 6... If you have all 6 attributes in your graveyard, which is probably unlikely, unless you run a deck like mine where you have a bunch of different cards, if you get all 6, that's 6 times 3, which is 18. So he gains 1,800 attack points. So he's already at... Okay, so 1,800 times... That's about 3,900, I believe? I'm probably doing my math wrong. No, yeah, 3,900. And even with just 3 different elements in your graveyard, right there is still 3,000 attack points. It's crazy. I don't get it. And plus, he has another effect where he can draw a card and send it to the graveyard, which is good and bad. Bad because you could discard something good, but good because you send another monster to the graveyard with a different attribute, he gains, boom, another 300 attack points. And I'm pretty sure you can do it every turn. I don't know if the card's released. Also, the cards look extremely stupid and cheesy. It looks like some off-brand card game, and I don't like it. And then, he ends up winning, right? Also, one thing about his main monster, it's not road-themed. It looks like a Spellcaster Knight. A Toon Spellcaster Knight. It looks nothing like anything about a road. You'd expect it to be something like 5Ds, where it maybe has some wheels, or look more machine type, because he's all about, I'm going to carve the road to my freedom, so you're thinking road, you're thinking like Turbo Warrior, or Jet Warrior, that kind of stuff. So it could be something like that, where it's more Machine Warrior themed, you know, or even Machine Cellcaster. That could work, but it's not. It's stupid. And here's the part that I hate the most: is that not only does he add in a new way of dueling, which is kind of cheating in this world and kind of cheating everywhere else, but he literally changes everybody's duel disc. Like, everybody who duels, he just changes their duel disc to the 7s, and I don't know if Episode 2 is out, it's unsubbed, I don't think it is, but I don't think there's a way to turn it back. So they're stuck rush dueling. That's it, they can only rush duel. And, me personally, I may be more old school with Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of, I go up to Xyz, and then I just stop. Pendulum Summoning is OP, it's been nerfed, but still OP. Link Summoning is better, like, I link sometimes, like when I use my Nordic deck, I use the Nordic Fairy monster, Link monster, I use her, but that's like the only Link card I use. Link cards aren't as bad as Pendulum, but I digress. I said that a lot this episode. More like video, I don't know. But, yeah, he basically changed all their duel discs, and I don't think there's a way to go back. Like I said, I'm an old school duelist, and I don't want that. I don't want to rush duel. I may try it, because I don't know, maybe I just want to summon all my Synchro monsters out. I'm a speed Synchro summoner. And maybe I just want to summon all my Synchro monsters out, boom, 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 boom. And then get freaking Stardust Cypher out, or Quasar, or freaking, I might just get Bishop Bulkin out, who has a 10,000 attack points. Actually, I guess in Rush Dueling it'd be 6,000. But still, that's overpowered as freak. I don't get it. Like I said, this is because they're trying to attract kids. So I guess I do get it, but it's stupid. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is good because it's like you mix Pokemon and Magic and you get Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's some cartoonish stuff, but there's some very serious stuff. And I'll fight you on this, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is definitely more complicated than Magic, but it's also pretty simple to learn. It's not... You can play for a long time and be good without having to get technical with like card speeds and all the different type of cards and all the phases in the battle phase, which I'm still working on it because I'm still a simple duelist. But I don't know. I don't like it. I might watch that episode 2, but I'm not looking forward to it. I'm really not. Oh, you could a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Protagonists you could relate with in some way or another. But this one I don't think anyone can. A hacker who wants to cheat. Have fun relating with that, guys. That seems like a really good idea. It seems like a good role model for kids. Good idea, Konami. Excellent idea. Blowing my mind. So yeah, there's my review on the first episode, kinda. And my opinions, which I probably repeated 3 times now. But I just want to make that clear that it's stupid. And I really wish everybody just doesn't even participate in it, so it just dies out. That's mean. And I don't want to do that to Konami, because I do want them to be bigger than Pokemon, because I play Pokemon here and there, but I prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! I play Magic here and there, but I prefer Yu-Gi-Oh! I want them to be on top, but I don't want them to do what Pokemon does, which is just reboot the series every 3 seasons or 4 few years, you know? That's what they're doing, and it's getting annoying. So, anyway guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I am thinking about other videos, and some that are including Manifest again, because I'm still on that hype train. I've made a promise, and my brother is going to help keep me to that promise. When Season 3 comes out, I'm going to review every single episode when they come out. So, I don't know if you guys would be interested in that or not. But anyway, that's been me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video, which hopefully will be soon. So, bye.